My name's Tom Lamar, and we are overlooking my backyard here on School Lane in the Seven Oaks subdivision of Nashville, where I lost a tree the other day. The one tree behind me is the sad remains of one of the seven oaks that the neighborhood was named for. We had it looked at about 10 years ago when we bought the home, and the arborist at the time said it was dangerous, probably needed to come down, but that it was something over 300 years old, maybe 400. So I said, well, aside from the expense that I didn't want to go through of having it taken down, I didn't feel like I was had the moral authority to cut down something that was 300 years old. I said, we'll just live with it and we'll be careful. So we did, and we did various things to try to reinforce it and keep it alive and keep it up, and it worked for 10 years, which is more than I could have expected at the time. On November 15th, we had a pretty bad storm come through here with some high winds, straight line winds, and it twisted it enough that it pretty much popped the canopy right off the trunk. And that's what you can see on the ground now is the canopy with the big limbs and things, and what's left of the trunk standing. It's still going to be a project to take it down and all that, but we got 10 good years out of it, so I'm can't be too unhappy. It's just a natural course of things. Living things live until they die, and that one pretty much died, and now it's gone. But it was pretty much a landmark. There were, as I said, the original seven oaks, seven big oak trees that were in the neighborhood that go back to post-Civil War days when the Seven Oaks estate was built out here. And to my knowledge, this was the next to the last one still standing. There is one other which is pretty much the twin of this tree. It's 2 or 3 blocks away, and it's still in good shape. It hasn't suffered as much damage as this one has over the years. This one was struck by lightning sometime in antiquity. We don't know when, but the top of the trunk was gone, and the trunk was hollow, and it just survived as it was. We had a whole colony of squirrels, raccoons, everything you can imagine living in it. It was their condominium, and I'm sure they're going to be upset now that they're displaced. But it's quite a landmark. I'd have people stop and talk to me about it and ask me, how old is it? Well, I don't know. How long have you had it? About 10 years. I know it goes back to before the neighborhood was built here. So we're going to miss it. I'm sorry to see it gone. I'm glad it didn't hurt anybody or do any big damage when it came down, but such is life. It has like any other living thing, it has a life expectancy, and I figure at 300 plus years, it got more than its normal life expectancy. So while I'm sorry to see it go, I really can't complain.